When knowledge is construed as merchandise with a price tag, when knowledge is construed as another product to consume, it's sold to students as an investment. Everywhere around the world, the elites are portraying education as a business opportunity for profit. That's another reason why the tuition price hike fits this conception of education. It's conceived as an investment for making profit. The change to the universities would be twofold. Number one, make universities accessible to fewer and fewer people. And number two, use universities for the ideology of growth at all costs, in spite of its environmental impact, for the profit of a few. Where can this lead us? Only towards more inequalities, towards ignorance and vulgarity. What will be left of Quebec, of Canada, and the world when higher education becomes a machine for producing patents and workers for the high-tech industry? Democracy rests on places where it is possible for society to look at itself and question itself. By closing the access to universities, we attack democracy. We attack our ability to reflect on the world that we want to create. But as we speak, a historic resistance without precedent is taking shape here in Quebec. In order to stand in front of these efforts, last year, tens of thousands of students in Quebec decided to strike, to organize massive demonstrations of protests against the tuition hike. Despite protests, petitions, occupations, consultations, and studies, the liberal government of Jean Charest refuses to budge. In the face of this arrogance, we have decided to aim high and work at building a massive mobilization. ASSE is now contemplating an unlimited general student strike, not for fun, but because of a historic necessity. We are committed to not accept this tuition hike. Manifestations around the world are an inspiration. And here is my conclusion. Our movement is not only mobilizing against the Charest government's plan to increase tuition fees, but we are hoping, with all of our heart, that we will participate in the worldwide protest against the capitalist system in which we live, and its vision of education for profit, its conception of life as an occasion for profit. We hope to stimulate a reflection on the world we want to create, because if education is lost, we all lose. The university that we want is also the world that we want. It is impossible for us to dissociate the future of education, the future of Quebec, the future of the world, and the future of life on earth. In order to save the universities, the public universities will have to put back the values of justice, equality, liberty, and democracy at its forefront. We invite people from all walks of life in Quebec to join in our struggle. We must not forget that the people who want to increase tuition fees, the people who want to cut social programs, the people who want to privatize our healthcare system, the people who want to weaken or eliminate environmental regulations, the people who have no respect for women and indigenous rights and the rights of all minorities, the people who work tirelessly to prevent workers from forming unions, all these people are the same. These people are few. These people control everything. They want to always control more. These people have common interests. These people have a common political project. There was a time in Quebec, in Canada, not so long ago, when a minority having common interests had taken control of the political and economic institutions of the country. We call this minority a class. We have to stop being afraid of words and call these people by their name. These people are the elite, the ruling class. The struggle against tuition fees, the 99% movement around the world, is a class struggle. The struggle of the majority who own nothing against the minority who own everything. A minority always avid for more. A minority depraved. A minority who sees life as a business opportunity, a tree as a natural resource to exploit, and a child as a future worker. November 10 in Montreal, we will be thousands, I hope tens of thousands, in the streets of Montreal to protest against the tuition hike and the monetized vision of the world. And it is from the bottom of my heart that I invite you to be in the street with us. Thank you.